Hey everyone. Welcome back to the Soul Harmony channel. Hope you're all doing amazing today. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share.
A symphony of sirens and neon paint Vesper City, as Detective Mara Ellison surveys the scene from Dawson Tower's rooftop. Crime scene tape ripples in the night wind, a stark boundary against the glittering cityscape below. Her gaze fixates on shattered reinforced glass, a silent testament to the violence that occurred. Jonas Reed examines a shrouded figure, the white sheet, a stark contrast to the dark reality beneath. On Dawson Tower's rooftop, the city lights glitter around Jonas as he braces himself, the air heavy with dread. He lifts the white sheet slowly, revealing the victim's face. A silent scream etched in her frozen expression. A horrifying detail emerges. Her eyes have been replaced with cold, reflective glass. Mara's voice cuts through the night, grim and resolute. "Another one," she says, her gaze fixed on the macabre scene. The wind whispers through the tower, carrying the weight of their grim discovery. The city, a silent witness below. Beneath the looming Dawson Tower, a figure in a janitor's uniform. Evan Marlowe trembles, his eyes wide with a terrified secret. Mara approaches, her shadow falling across Evan's face, her gaze intense. Her voice cuts through the air, demanding answers. "You called 911? Evan stammers, his voice barely a whisper. I saw her fall. Or, I thought I did." Evan's words hang in the air, a chilling uncertainty amidst the towering buildings. On the street, Evan vividly recounts his experience at Dawson Tower, his gestures sharp with urgency. Mara and Jonas exchange a look, their faces etched with concern and disbelief. The shattered window of Dawson Tower looms in the background, a silent testament to Evan's claims. Evan's voice rises above the city's hum as he insists, "I saw a shadow behind the shattered glass." His eyes dart around, capturing the lingering fear. It moved on its own, I swear. Mara and Jonas share a knowing look, the weight of the unbelievable hanging heavy in the air between them. Rain lashes against the car windows as Mara and Jonas navigate Vesper City's neon-slicked streets, a symphony of light and shadow. Mara chews on a toothpick, her brow deeply furrowed, lost in thought as the cityscape blurs around her. The city's electric glow reflects in Mara's intense gaze, hinting at the determination burning within her. "Hartwell Glassworks. Let's check it out," Mara declares, her voice firm against the backdrop of the storm. Against the inky sky, the abandoned Hartwell Glassworks stands as a haunting silhouette of decay and forgotten industry. Broken windows stare out, like vacant eyes, reflecting the faint, cold light of the moon. Evan's voice is tight with dread, his words hanging in the night air. "I've seen that shadow before." A beat of silence, thick with apprehension, as Evan's gaze remains fixed on some unseen horror. "Fear in his eyes," the narration whispers, confirming the terror gripping Evan's soul. Dust hangs heavy in the darkness of the Hartwell Glassworks corridor. Evan gestures urgently, the dim light catching the worry in his eyes. "The shadow. It watches me in the mirrors at my apartment," Evan says, his voice barely a whisper. "Jonas scoffs, skeptical. Mirrors? Shadows? Come on, Evan." Mara's eyes gleam with interest. "Intriguing. Tell me more, Evan." The air chills as they descend into the factory's heart. Machinery looms, draped in glittering shards of glass. Mara's voice cuts through the silence, a shiver in her tone. "This place feels wrong." Jonas echoes her unease, his voice heavy with dread. "This place feels wrong." Inside the Hartwell Glassworks, Mara makes the tough call to split up, her flashlight beam slicing through the inky blackness. Jonas's displeasure is palpable as Mara strides away, her resolve firm against the cavernous factory floor. The flashlight's beam dances across rows of cracked mirrors, each reflecting a distorted version of reality. Warped glass panels create eerie shadows, amplifying the sense of unease as Mara ventures deeper. Each step echoes in the vast, silent space, the sound swallowed by the darkness and broken glass. The air hangs heavy with the scent of dust and decay, a testament to the factory's forgotten glory. The cool night air bites as Mara stops on the factory floor, her breath misting in the dim light. A large pane of glass looms, reflecting the scene back at her. But the reflection is wrong, alien. The reflection's lips slowly peel back in a chilling, deliberate smile. The reflection speaks with a chilling voice. "We've waited for you." Mara whirls around, gun raised, her eyes scanning the dimly lit factory floor where shadows stretch like grasping fingers. Dust motes swirl in the air, illuminated by the weak light, as the silence of the cavernous space amplifies the tension. Evan trembles behind Mara, his face ashen in the gloom, his eyes wide with a terror he can barely contain. "It followed us," Evan whispers, his voice cracking with fear. "I think it's been following me for months." Inside the Hartwell Glassworks, reflections dance with an eerie fluidity on the factory floor. A hand presses against the cold glass, a silent challenge in the night. The glass shimmers, an unnatural life emanating from its depths. First crack appears, a spiderweb of fractures blooming from the point of contact. The reflection warps as the glass gives way to unseen forces. Jonas enters the cramped office, the scent of old paper heavy in the air. Filing cabinets overflow with manila folders, shadows stretching eerily under the bare bulb. His fingers trace faded labels, each disappearance report more unsettling than the last. A dark rumor surfaces, whispers of an entity in the reflection, a malevolent presence seen only in the glass itself. Jonas stands amidst the chaos of the cluttered office, a lone figure searching through piles of forgotten documents. His fingers brush against a faded photograph, a relic from a forgotten time at Hartwell Glassworks. The workers stand proudly, their faces reflecting the hope and ambition of a bygone era. But the mirror reveals a chilling secret, a dark silhouette lurking just behind Evan Marlowe. The silhouette's presence casts a shadow over the joyful scene, hinting at a hidden darkness. Jonas stares intently, the photograph now a chilling reminder of the secrets buried within Hartwell's history. Darkness engulfs Hartwell Glassworks as the office lights die, leaving only shadows clinging to the walls. A lone radio on the desk emits a faint, ethereal glow, its dial a beacon in the overwhelming black. A frantic voice pierces the silence. "Jonas, get out!" The reflections, static crackles, abruptly cutting off Mara's warning, leaving the air thick with unspoken dread. An ominous voice echoes, chilling and detached. One more. The darkness deepens, concealing unseen threats lurking within the glassworks. Inside the Hartwell Glassworks office, a wall mirror shivers, its silvered surface disturbed, foreshadowing the bizarre. The mirror's surface ripples, like water responding to an unseen force, hinting at a world beyond reflection. A pale hand emerges from within the mirror's depths, fingers reaching, grasping at reality. The hand stretches further, its touch desperate, seeking purchase in the tangible world. The office is filled with an eerie silence, broken only by the subtle sound of glass as the hand seeks its escape. Amidst scattered glass, Mara urgently pulls Evan towards the exit, their footsteps echoing in the vast, dark factory. Evan abruptly stops, a gasp escaping his lips as he struggles to speak, his face etched with a sudden realization. His words hang heavy in the air, a chilling revelation. "Mara, listen to me. I don't think the entity is following me." A pregnant pause, thick with dread, fills the factory as Mara stares at Evan, fear creeping into her eyes. Moonlight filters through grimy windows, illuminating dust-filled air in the abandoned Hartwell Glassworks. Ghosts of industry linger. Evan stands amidst decaying machinery, his weary face etched with haunting memories. His voice, a low echo in the vast space. "I used to work here. There was an accident. A mirror shattered, and something came through. It entered me." Evan confesses, lost in the past. The factory floor looms, a cavernous space filled with distorted shadows and the metallic scent of industry. Mara confronts Evan, her eyes widening with the chilling realization of a grim discovery. The air hangs heavy, thick with the smell of molten glass and unspoken dread. Her voice trembling, Mara demands, "Evan, where is Jonas?" In the Hartwell Glassworks, a long, distorted shadow stretches behind Evan, swirling like liquid darkness. The air chills, a stark contrast to the factory's heat, as the scent of ozone permeates the scene. The shadow seems to writhe, its form almost alive as it clings to Evan's back. A palpable sense of dread fills the factory floor, silencing the usual clamor of machinery. From the depths of the shadow, a voice echoes, cold and absolute. "He is with us." Evan remains still, oblivious to the darkness that has claimed him, the shadow now a part of him. Inside the dimly lit glassworks, the air hangs thick with the scents of molten glass and machine oil. Mara fires, the gunshot reverberating through the cavernous factory floor. The shadow moves with impossible speed, a blur between the myriad glass reflections. Evan crumples, clutching his head as agony contorts his face. "Stop! Leave her alone!" Evan cries out, his voice strained with pain and desperation. The vast factory looms, a silent witness to the unfolding drama. Evan stands alone amid towering glass stacks, the scent of silica heavy in the air, a chilling presence enveloping him. An unseen force strikes him down. He falls to his knees, a silent scream etched on his face. The shadow's voice echoes, cold and possessive. "We don't want her. We want you." Mirrors lining the factory shatter, their surfaces splintering into 1,000 reflections of Evan's horror. Evan's sunken eyes lock with Mara's, his gaze devoid of life amidst the oppressive heat of the Hartwell Glassworks. The scent of molten glass hangs thick in the air, a suffocating blanket over the silent factory floor. "You have to destroy the mirrors," Evan whispers, his voice barely audible above the factory's hum. His desperate plea echoes in the vast space. "All of them. Destroy me. Rows of gleaming mirrors reflect the flickering lights, each one a silent witness to Evan's despair. Before Mara can react, Evan snatches a long shard of glass, his grip tightening until his knuckles gleam white. Unseen energy crackles in the air as a primal scream tears through the vast factory, shaking the very foundations. The mirrors shatter in a dazzling, deadly rain, reflecting a distorted world in their final moments. His strength spent, Evan crumples onto the cold concrete, life draining away like sand through desperate fingers. With his last breath, Evan whispers, "Mara, tell Jonas I'm sorry," his voice fading into the echoing silence. 2 weeks later, Jonas arrives at Mara's apartment, placing an evidence bag on the table. Inside the bag, a tiny shard of glass. Evan's last secret rests silently. Mara stares, a strange look in her eyes as she focuses on the glass. Jonas, ever watchful, notices Mara's subtle shift. "Everything all right?" he asks. "Yes," Mara replies, her eyes never leaving the glass, where a faint reflection seems to smile back.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share.